Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Keflos here, and today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Legends of Runeterra with Twisted Fate here in the Saltwater Scourge lab on my channel. So before we get into it, first of all, don't look at the face cam. Well, that's because the audio is actually a post voiceover right now. I'll touch on that in a second, but yeah, if you guys going to enjoy this episode as usual, leave a like on this video as well as hit that big red sub button down below. I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support, but most importantly, you won't miss whenever I upload the next episode here on the channel. But with that out of the way, let's quickly jump right back in and let's quickly just get things started first. So pretty much, yeah, I am doing a post voiceover right now. That is because when I rendered this video, when I recorded it, the audio came out very choppy, very laggy for some reason. Can't really detect why, but I decided it was much better to just record a post voiceover, a post commentary, so that you guys could have a more pleasant viewing experience. But anyway, that is the deal. So we are just gonna go ahead and just quickly jump right back into this game. I'm just gonna do some quick, touch and go of this shortened video. I decided to speed up the video as well, so that we don't waste too much time. And at the same time, I don't think you guys would like to hear me labor on a point too long. But yeah, as you can see on your screen, at this point we were just considering what cards we took, what cards we take, at this particular shop node. And I don't believe we took a node, we took a card out of that. The options weren't too great. A lot of expensive mana cards, and the powers weren't that great as well. I really have to apologize again. I would have loved to gone through each option with you, real specifically and real detailed. But because of these, this problem with the audio, I didn't really have a choice. So I have to simplify it just to make sure that you get the gist. But anyway, we quickly jump into our first game right here against Wiggly Burblefish. It's interesting. This is actually a very scary game because I made a lot of misplays here. So if there are any veteran players who are watching, there's a lot of mistakes here that I made. Ideally, so don't be too you might cringe at it. Essentially that's what I'm trying to say, but hopefully it's not too much of a hindrance. But yeah, we have a very good start, but a lot of mistakes later on. Well, not a lot of mistakes, but a couple of mistakes that I made, a couple of misplays essentially resulted in I won't say a scary moment, because we were in control for most of the game. It was just that I made a lot of mistakes, stuff that I probably shouldn't do. I believe it was after this second turn as well, which I committed the mistake. We're just gonna have to see if it happens. But yeah, so just wanted to touch again on as to the recording issues. So I decided to do this post commentary voiceover. That's because I didn't feel like restarting the run. As we all know, Legends of Runeterra is an online game, so there is no way to recover back to the to a state of the game before we started this two matches, which I'm gonna do. So I decided, what, let's just keep the footage, let's just salvage the footage and just redo the audio. I think that was the right call, and yeah, I feel like that is the sound thing to do. And actually here, we actually made the mistake there. As you can see, I didn't, I probably shouldn't have played the Misfortune and attacked with the Callista, I believe. It was a mistake, I admit. Possibly a more advanced player would have, done a better, made a better move. And there actually, it was a bit of a panic move for me. I didn't mean to block with the Prowling Cutthroat. I never considered the AI using a boost to the health, and incremental spell, a burst spell to increase the health and power. So I didn't consider that. That was a mistake. But I thought that we had lethal with the Callista in that last turn there. But unfortunately, I forgot that that it had already built up to 11 power, and essentially it could block a fearsome unit. For those of you who are new, by the way, fearsome is a keyword that essentially means that when you attack with a unit, only when you let's say I attack with a fearsome unit, the opposing unit that wants to block has to be at least 3 or more power. So that is the deal with fearsome. But we got lucky there in that last turn. The opponent failed to summon any units, so we drop a elusive, and we're able able to secure the victory. So, a quick little move on into the battle rewards. I believe I took the spell, the one cost spell in this one. It wasn't too good, the other options, and yeah, I thought about synergy. So I think I went with the one cost spell, and pretty much the other options just were just terrible. And again, I would have really loved to have done a live commentary on this one, real-time input. That is because I feel like I can deliver more, a much better experience, a much better viewer experience, and it's a bit more interactive that way. But it's not an ideal world. Stuff happens, and in my case, the audio just turned out terrible. So can't really be helped, but we're just gonna have to make the best out of it. Make lemonade out of lemons, I guess. But yeah. So in this particular menu here, this particular screen here, you might have noticed that I purchased we haven't purchased yet. We are about to make a purchase. In fact, now we're about to make a purchase. We purchased the Crackshot Corsair, which is the card that is has the blue border right now. The one cost card. So I decided to purchase her because I thought it might have the best synergy with the deck. After all, it does guarantee 1 damage each time allies attack. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see that card in action in this particular run. I believe, it was just unlucky in terms of the hand. Well, probably not unlucky, because as you can see here, we actually start with a very good hand. I think we got all 3 champions in one hand. It's debatable whether it's good, but I think it was decent. The reroll was a bit bad. I would have preferred to gotten a 2-cost unit to play along with the curve. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, so we dropped the Prowling Cutthroat on one mana. So we got some solid one damage in. We do it again because we have Rally, which for those of you who don't know, we took the Rally power, and pretty much that guarantees us an attack each turn. And here I had a bit of a conundrum. What the hell do we drop? Do we drop the Misfortune, or do we drop the Callista? Because I was considering dropping the Callista because of the 4 damage. Then I thought, I think probably Misfortune might be better because that guarantees at least 1 damage each turn. Callista, you're gonna have to make sure that you land, she attacks the Nexus, which could have been good as well. Now that I think back about it, now that I look back at the footage, it could have been good, but I in the end I opted for the Misfortune at the time. So this game against Bubble Bear was much easier. It wasn't too, I would say, I didn't make as many mistakes in comparison with the previous one against, I can't remember what was the previous enemy. I think it was Wiggly Burblefish or something. So yeah, I didn't make as many mistakes. In fact, I had a much better game here. I was a bit more, thoughtful about it. So for those of you, veteran players or more experienced players watching out there, hopefully you've still stuck around at this point, and hopefully this redeems myself in your eyes. But yeah, we went down to a parley there. The Prowling Cutthroat takes it out. We respond with a kill spell. I actually had to reread there the power just to be sure that we were doing the right thing. I felt that was the right move, and at the same time we had enough mana to drop a plunder. So pilfered goods, I should say, and we plundered 2 cards from them. That's good as well. Always that's good, and especially since we have the power rally, that is great. But all in all, this has been a very fast game, despite me, as you can see, as and when I'm just going through the cards, just considering what the hell do we play. That's a common theme throughout this series so far. This very young series, only 1 episode in, but yeah, this second game has been great. But regardless, I feel like there are lots of things that can be improved on moving forward. That is for sure. I feel like I still consider myself a novice player essentially, because again, this game has been what I go to, what I play casually. So a lot of things I feel like I can improve, and we actually get a level up here from Misfortune, and I believe that takes it out for us. Yeah, this was what I was talking about. I was a bit surprised here as well. Because I thought the Bubble Bear would actually block the damage, would mitigate the damage. Then I realized that actually Misfortune skill takes it out, and then essentially it removes the card, so we get direct damage, and it's always great. But for the most part, we pretty much do 2 games in this episode. My quota is to actually do 3. But unfortunately, the time wasn't on our side. Hopefully, in the next episode, we might be able to do more. Here, I'm just essentially going through the battle rewards to select a better card first. I think I went with the Black Spear here because the Shell Shockers didn't really feel right to me. And Tomb wasn't a option for me as well. It didn't really synergize well. It didn't really homogenize well with my deck. I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of information here because, I talk about it in the actual video. But unfortunately, it's just so sad that it was lost to the lag and choppy audio. But yeah, hopefully things rectify itself in the next episode. But as you can see here, we go for the Black Spear, and I believe I pick up the glowing chest as well. I think we didn't. I think we took Destiny's Call here, if I'm not mistaken, because it's again my face cam is blocking it out, but we had a plunder, a plunder power. I believe it reduces the cost for us by 3. So essentially, it was a 5 mana spell. 5 mana burst spell, and it grants an ally 8/8. So it's great. It's always great to have reduced cost spell. But yeah, we are approaching the end of this video, and here I'm just pretty much explaining to you the plan of what we are doing. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Legends of Runeterra and like to see more, leave a like on it as well as hit that big red sub button down below. I'll be grateful and appreciative of your support, but most importantly, you won't miss when I upload the next episode here on the channel. This is Careful signing off. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.